The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020 SCPGA annual meeting. I'm sorry that we cannot be here together, but I'm grateful that we have this platform, at least to be together in some form, to keep you informed on the business of the section and recognize our special award winners. I would like to thank our board of directors, our past presidents, our SCPGA staff, invited guests, and section partners for joining us this evening. At this time, please enjoy the playing of our national anthem, courtesy of Mr. Mike Phillips.
Thank you, Tony. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. If you would, will you bow your heads with me? Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to be together in this new world. Thank you that we are all present here. We ask you to continue to guide us, continue to bless us, continue to educate and guide and look after our leaders, our golf professionals, and everyone that we bring into this great game. We thank you that you continue to bless us, continue to look over our armed forces. And we pray this and thank you in your Holy Son's name. Amen. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mr. Secretary Eric Lohman.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, Robin, for that beautiful invocation. At this time, I would like to request a motion and a second for approval of the 2019 SCPGA annual meeting minutes. These minutes have been posted on scpga.com and have been approved by the SCPGA Board of Directors.
So moved.
Thank you, President Letendria, for the motion.
Second.
Thank you, Vice President Shelton, for the second. The meeting minutes have passed. Tony?
Thank you, Mr. Lohman. Just want to let you know that if you have any old business or new business or open forum items that you'd like to submit for this evening's meeting, you do have the opportunity to do so via the question box on the meeting. They will be read at the appropriate time in the meeting, so you can enter those at any time, and we will monitor them throughout. I'd like to thank our sponsors for the annual meeting. First, EasyGo, Golf Buddy, US Foods, Young Power Foods, Golf Genius, Go Battery, SDNS Sports Foods, and Clear to Ride. Thank you for being partners of the Southern California PGA and specifically the annual meeting. During this pandemic, the SCPGA staff has created the COVID guidelines and the California-Nevada chats and updates, etc. I hope you've had time to check these resources out and have found them valuable in your own operations. It's still been a very busy year despite the pandemic. Golf was the first recreational activity, which is good for our game. So let's focus on how to retain this surge in play and capitalize these golfers. This has also given us an opportunity to look at how we do things and communicate with our golfers. Later in the meeting, you'll hear more about the foundation, our section activities, including professional and junior tournaments, as well as a report from the PGA of America. We are fortunate to have PGA President Jim Richardson joining us, and you'll hear an update from him shortly. Before we do, however, I'd like to recognize our section champions and players of the year. First, our section champion, Kyle Mendoza. Our women's section champion, Allison Kurt. Our women's senior section champion, Barry Brandywine. Our assistant section champion, Gunnar Wiebe, who also won the National Assistants Championship this year. Our senior section champion, Alan Sorensen, and our super senior section champion, Gary Sawinski. I'd also like to recognize our 2020 Players of the Year. For the men, Michael Block. For the women, Allison Kurt. The women's senior, Mardell Wilkins. Our associate, Hagen Fell. Our senior, Alan Sorensen. And our super senior, John Fiedler. Congratulations on your great play this year. If you have not heard, we also elected a new District 11 director this year, replacing Bill Trojanowski as he's moved to the East Coast for his final year, and sworn in on November 30th to serve the remainder of Mr. Trojanowski's term, as well as a 3-year term as our District 11 director. I'd like to congratulate Mr. John McNair from JC Resorts on being our D11 director. John, you're going to do a great job, and we look forward to having you at the helm for us. At this time, I'd like to introduce the 42nd president of the PGA of America. He's joining us from his home in the Southwest section, President Jim Richardson.
Again, thank you all. Hopefully you can hear me now. Thank you for inviting me. I'd just like to congratulate the officers of your section, steering the ship, as you said, Tony, through a challenging year. Congratulations to John McNair and joining the national board. I know Southern California has been well represented over the last several years. I had the opportunity to serve with Bill Holbert as district directors, each representing our districts for 3 years. And I look forward to working with John over the next several years as well, too. Really just here to say thank you. Thank you to all the members of the Southern California section during an unbelievably trying and difficult year. Obviously, California has had probably more steps forward, steps back, political restrictions, health restrictions. You all have answered the call, and each time that you had to modify and change your operations, you did so. And you thrived under the current regulations that we're dealing with now. I know it's going to be a challenge as we go into the winter, which is typically a very busy time for you all as well, too. And we'll continue to try to work with Tom Addis and the section staff, as well as your officers, to try to make sure you have the support and information that you need to keep your operations open. Many of you hopefully have seen some of the information that we've been pushing out to try to help you keep your operations open and running smoothly. We'll continue to do that, and we'll be posting that information on pga.org. You may have seen the Back to Golf document that many of the golf professionals, many of your executive directors were involved with our senior staff, really working with CDC officials and health and political officials to try to really prove that golf could be open, could be played in a safe and responsible manner. So thank you for all that were involved in that process. As well as we continue to push out COVID-19 resource information all through pga.org. As we have to deal with the ever-changing climate over the next several weeks and months, we'll continue to try to update both documents and have as many resources as we can that you can find again at pga.org. A few other updates that you may or may not have seen from a national perspective. Many of you may have participated in our Teaching and Coaching Summit and the PGA Merchandise Show that's usually in Orlando, the 3rd week of January. Those have all been announced that they're going to be going virtual, starting with the Teaching and Coaching Summit on Monday, January 25th, as well as we're going to try to convert as many opportunities as we had that you used to take advantage of face-to-face during the week of the Merchandise Show to a virtual format. There will be ongoing education for PGA members, as well as different programs that will be run through a virtual PGA member business center. You can look for more details that will be posted and that will get out to all 41 sections. We had several of you that responded about member dues this past year in our ADP funding. We modified the payment dates of ADP, as well as push back the payment PGA member dues. After much conversation and talking through this with the National Board, as well as the ED Committee and others, dues will go out on time this year in 2021, typically right around May 1st. But unlike in years past, where payment was due at the end of June, we've extended that period for 2021 till the end of August. But you will see dues come out at the normal time, the beginning of May. We just recently announced a partnership with Supreme Golf, which is a tee time provider. We've had many members that have responded over the last several years and said they're concerned about certain tee time providers that only offer trade-in programs, and that many operators didn't and couldn't control their tee sheets and the pricing of tee times that went out and were advertised through some of these tee time operators. Supreme Golf is a system where you can do a commission-based tee time structure. You can control your rates, you can control what's advertised for your property. It gives you another option in the marketplace as opposed to only trade out offerings. We're working through with the 41 sections so they have the information, doing some updates and training. We will be announcing this partner, and it should be going live during January or February of 2021. Some of you have asked about the PGA Frisco project, moving our headquarters from Florida to Frisco, Texas, just outside Dallas. We're very happy to announce that project is moving along and is on schedule. We have two 18-hole golf courses under development, one designed by Gail Hans, the other designed by Bo Welling. Both golf courses have been completed and are seeded and growing in. All but 2 or 3 holes have been completed and fully seeded at this point. Our new headquarters building has started construction and is planned to open in January of 2022. And our partner on the hotel side, Omni Hotels and Resorts, will be starting construction of the 500-room hotel and resort and additional amenities later in 2021. We're very excited about this project moving to the Central Time Zone in the Dallas market, giving an opportunity for more members to utilize the education center, our headquarters and services, as well as some of the championships that we'll have there in the future. We've already announced that it'll be hosting 2 PGA championships, 2 senior KitchenAid PGA championships, 2 KPMG women's championships, as well as a list of our member championships there in future years. So those of you that play in different events, we hope that you get a chance and an opportunity to enjoy it before you qualify for one of our major championships on the member side, or our televised championships as well. On the career services front, many of you that have utilized our career link services, we're changing that system to a PGA.org job board. We've heard in the past, PGA members say that I haven't gotten all of the jobs that have been posted, or a good job in my immediate area was posted and I didn't even know about it. Now all jobs will be posted on the new PGA.org job board, but some of the premise and some of the onus will be on the member. You will have to go in and check what jobs are posted. You won't necessarily get a direct link for every single job that may fit your profile. So please, if you haven't already updated your profile for the new job board, I urge you to go on to PGA.org and do so, or work with your career consultant to make sure that all your information is accurate and up to date. For those of you that are teachers and coaches, PGA.coach is a great resource for the very first time. We're able to actually connect the consumer directly with a teacher or a coach. If you have not completed your profile and gone through the EDM model, please do so. We can then start sending customers directly to you that are looking for a teacher or a coach in the Southern California area. Again, I'd like to congratulate all the teachers and coaches that were involved in PGA Junior League Golf. This was a very trying year in 2020. In 2019, we had just over 60,000 boys and girls that participated in this program. With many of the restrictions, many of golf courses closing and opening throughout the summer months, this obviously put a great strain on the PGA Junior League program. but many of you stepped forward and continued to do the program and offer it to your local communities. We had over 36,000 boys and girls that were able to participate this year. We're revamping the program, will be coming out shortly. We've already announced it. You can start signing up. The boys and girls that will participate will be able to sign up just after the first of the year. So hopefully, as we take steps forward and we get back to business a little bit more normal, we hope to continue to grow this program to 60,000 and above. And lastly, a great thanks to Tom Addis, the 41 EDs, and your section staff. We've tried to do and enhance the offerings that we have and the communication that we try to drive through the section business operations program, trying to provide more tools, trying to provide best practices, and trying to provide information on PGA partners. And hopefully that's been a good resource. Again, most recently, we just came off of our first PGA annual virtual meeting. And I was very fortunate and very honored to be elected as the 42nd president. Hopefully I can do justice to representing all of you throughout the industry over the next 2 years. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to send those to either myself or the other officers, or to your new district director in John McNair. Again, thank you for all the work that you've done. Many of you have been asked to do more with less this past year, and you really stepped up and answered the call. Thank you for representing the PGA of America. Thank you for representing the badge, and thank you for continuing to grow this great game of golf. Thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you for being with us. And rest assured, we all believe you will be a great leader of our association and look forward to the next 2 years. At this time, I'd like to introduce Vice President Robin Shelton for his report.
Thank you, Tony. Before we started this evening, I did have a little bit of time talking with President Richardson, and I joked around with him that, hey, my report will be shorter than his, no matter how quick he goes. And I will continue to make sure that, hey, we go quick and we move along. As Vice President, what falls a lot under my jurisdiction are the finances of the section. And I'm very pleased to report and share with you that from where we started COVID and what we thought might happen, we've been very focused on our balance sheet and really trying to make sure that our balance sheet stays healthy. And from where we are today and from where we started COVID, we're in a very nearly identical position on our balance sheet. I'm very proud of that and very proud of our staff, Tom, Jeff, and Nikki, for what they've done to ensure that our balance sheet remains strong. And again, nearly identical to where we were when we started this journey of COVID back in March. As you know, we also have a account that's managed by Canterbury Consulting, and that investment account has north of $10 million in it, and it still continues to remain healthy, and moving in a positive direction for us. I'd also like to share with you that our 2021 budget has been prepared and approved. We started this journey, it was in October, where the section staff started working on it. The executive committee started reviewing it with the section staff in November. And from October to November to today, we've had a lot of changes because of COVID. But we think our budget that we've set forth for 2021 is very realistic and very achievable. And we've used as much information as we can, given our forecast of what COVID will look like at the beginning of the year and with the information we have for the end of the year. So we're very optimistic and feel very good about our budget for 2021. And with that, that will conclude my financial report. And I would like to reintroduce Eric Lohman, your secretary, for the secretary's report. Eric.
Thank you, Robin. Just both to say that I miss seeing everybody in person and being with everybody, and I just can't wait for us to all get together again next year once we clear this hurdle. And I think a testament to our section staff and to the board of directors and everybody for working so hard to keep us moving forward in the right direction. At this time, I would like to welcome our new associates and our new members that happen to be in attendance. Unfortunately, I can't see you, but hopefully you're there and you're watching us, and just know that you're in our hearts and we're wishing you well. And we do look forward to spending some time with you personally in 2021. Our half-century members this year include the following folks: William Huss II, Ken Cherry, and Andrew Hollis. So congratulations to those folks. 25 years is a long time serving those people out there in the golfing community. So I think we have a debt of gratitude for those folks for keeping it, pushing it forward. At this time, it's an unfortunate thing that I get to do. I'd like to recognize our members that have passed in this 2020 year. I'd like to call out their names, and afterwards we'll have a moment of silence. Lawrence R. Brown, Ray Keffen, Howard A. Fredericks, Mr. Buzz Gill, Ron Graffis, Jay Hyun, Glenn E. McGuyan, Ed Montgomery, and Ron Yarbrough. If we can all have a moment of silence and bow our heads, please. Thank you. That concludes my report. Before, I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays, a safe time over the new year. And like I said, I can't wait to personally see each and every one of you in 2021. And I can tell you, as great as these Zoom calls have made our lives in some regards, we've lost a little bit of that personal touch, which I'm sure we're all excited to get back to, and to share that fellowship of our fellow professionals and associates. And I just can't wait to get through this new year and get into next year. But thank you for allowing me to be your secretary, and I look forward to being your vice president soon. Thank you. Tony?
Thank you, Mr. Lohman. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director and CEO, Mr. Tom Addis, for the 2020 staff report. We will begin with a video and then hear from Tom with some closing remarks.
Hi, my name is Tom Addis. I'm the CEO of the Southern California PGA, and we appreciate this opportunity to provide to you our staff and team report for the 2020 annual meeting. 2020 provided a challenge in many respects, but we were able to continue doing our business thanks to all of you, thanks to our board, and thanks to our officers. And I'm going to start with our player development department. We started the year by selling our Golf in Schools program that we'd had some success with, primarily in Orange County, but this sale gave us the opportunity to be a little more flexible in where we go and what we do in providing player development programs throughout Southern California. We started working with the PGA of America and of course with Augusta and the USGA on the drive, chip, and putt program and the pilot programs this year that were provided. We also worked with the PGA of America on the Family Cup program and that pilot program. With all of this, we were able to transition an SCPGA coach with the vision of identifying a player development program at every applicable facility. The section would then work in conjunction with both the golf facility professional and management to set customer engagement and revenue goals and strategies. Now let's move to junior golf. And as most know, Southern California has one of the most popular and active junior golf programs in the country. We were able to restart in June at the same time as our PGA professional events. And with that, and as busy as we've been, nearly all events have had waiting lists across all tours and happened to be filled within just minutes. The JDT, our Junior Development Tour, had 750 members this year. We were hoping for 1,000, but 750 is really good in 2020, and we played 46 events once the schedule started. Our staff was able to continue hosting events with specific COVID-19 measures in place. Many parents have thanked all of us for our strict stance on protective members and have appreciated what we've done on the golf course. Now for a little bit on our Southern California PGA Foundation. The foundation donated $10,000 to Feeding America chapters to assist our local communities during these challenging times. The donation provided 100,000 meals throughout Southern California. We also hosted our 4th High School Golf Coaches Summit at Urban Golf Performance earlier this year with 40 high school coaches from throughout Southern California, and we provided new coaching strategies from PGA professionals, Vinny Bertagna and Jennifer Birmingham. Hopefully we'll be able to continue these programs beginning mid-year next year. As well, the SCPGA Foundation hosted its first high school shootout at Cottonwood Golf Center in Moreno Valley in October. 14 teams competed on this executive course under the PGA Junior League format and there's going to be more of those to come. The Southern California PGA Foundation and our outreach program hosted 50 student athletes from Compton Unified School District at the 2020 Genesis Invitational at Riviera Country Club. And we continue to work with the City of Compton to provide activities for their students and hopefully get started with high school golf in Compton mid next year. And we're also working with a program with the City of Compton to upgrade their golf course and help with general maintenance practices. And thanks to the Golf Course Superintendents Association of Southern California for their cooperation. Considering everything that's gone on in 2020, and especially during the COVID pandemic, this allowed the section to implement some new virtual programs that benefited our PGA professionals and kept everyone engaged during the business stoppage. We had the opportunity to introduce a California-Nevada PGA chats that many of our PGA professionals from across the West actually participated with. We also had an introduction of our Back to Business webinars that featured PGA professionals from around Southern California who had opened their golf operations successfully. We also have and have had a series of coach chats and other specialty programs along with our chapter meetings and section meetings, and to provide education opportunities for our members throughout this time. We also co-branded a Play It Safe campaign with the Southern California Golf Association and continue over the next few weeks with Instagram and Facebook posts featuring hints to stay safe and stay responsible within the COVID restrictions. We saw the production of our program magazine move totally towards the digital format. And we also reached a goal of 5,000 followers on our SCPGA Instagram page and grew our Junior Tour Instagram page to 4,200. We also have the introduction of a digital online voting process for our Board of Director positions for this annual meeting. We also expanded our Catalyst program from bi-weekly to weekly. We also on our website, scpga.com, have a new teachers forum that's highlighted in the member-only area, as well as those of you who have signed up and are certified through PGA.coach. There's a new PR and a new scheduling format for those of you who take advantage of PGA.coach. All in all, it's been a good year with our communications. We had a very successful youth teaching and coaching summit. We had national coverage of Rick Sessinghouse and Colin Morikawa. And this past October, we've had a very successful California Teaching and Coaching Summit that went virtual with 2 days of tour coaches and our section member coaches. Now for a little bit on our business development department. One thing which was really great, in 2020 we brought in 15 new partners. What helped that is we created a partner preview webinar to allow our partners to highlight what they do, how it can benefit our PGA members and our Junior Tour members. One of the challenges for 2020, as we know, included the impact of the COVID virus and how companies across the golf industry were being affected by it and with their marketing budgets. Even with that, our partners supported us and supported our events, and there's an expected bounce back in 2021 with the golf industry that's in a very strong position since the reopening of courses across our section. Now a little on our member tournament program. A couple things happened in 2020. We reintroduced the historic San Diego County Open since its hiatus in 2001. Our section championship had our largest field to date with 165 participants, surpassing 161 players in 2018. And by the way, our 5-year average is 142 contestants in our Southern California PGA Professional Championship. Our Assistants Championship had a largest field to date with 95 contestants. For comparison, our prior 5-year average is 53 contestants, and one of those contestants, Gunnar Wiebe, who won our championship, went on to win the National PGA Assistants Championship just a month ago. We also reshaped the Southern California Open that was rescheduled and allowed an open entry that featured 288 participants on 2 golf courses with a $100,000 purse. We also implemented proper safety COVID protocols that allowed for a return to our events at the end of June. And due to the mandatory reduced fields, every section event in 2020 had a full field with a wait list. We also have a very active administration department. A couple of things that we've done over the past year, and again COVID related, is that we successfully registered the SCPGA as a COVID-19 compliant business in partnership with the County of San Bernardino. And that's based on our levels of PPE and based on our levels of safety measures implemented in our office and in the field, where we've been very successful. Now for member services. With the MSR requirement extended to June 15th, 2022, and the many new weekly opportunities provided through Catalyst, California Chats, and other programs that we have a near 60% completion rate with 18 months remaining to the end of the MSR period. Our Special Awards program has also concluded, and congratulations to our Golf Professional of the Year, Rob Oosterhouse, and the other award winners. Our virtual new member and associates orientations have been very successful, having replaced a required in-person visit to the section office. We do miss, however, the visits by the new associates and the new members. This virtual format will continue, and the typical quarterly orientations will expand to 8 in 2021. To finish off, your section's investment portfolio and the annual operating plan met all expectations with the COVID-19 pandemic protocols in effect. On behalf of the SCPGA team, thanks to everyone for the terrific support for our programs and for all of us working with you. Thank you to the officers and board for the flexibility to manage activities and continue to be one of the leading sections in the PGA of America. Happy holidays to you all.
Good evening. Just a couple of more points with that report. A couple of congratulations are in order, as a matter of fact. Congratulations to Eddie, who you met on screen. He obtained certification, PGA certification this year. We also had AMBERLYNN achieve her PGA membership as of September 1st. Both Hannah Pacini and Anthony Leone now are also in the associates program. So congratulations to each one of those staff persons for their interest and their motivation to better themselves and advance themselves within the PGA. Before I introduce our chair for our foundation, I would like to say just a couple of words about our current president, Tony Latendre. Tony has been really, really special person. Tony has been so supportive day in and day out for our staff, obviously for the section, and especially through this tough year that we've had due to the COVID pandemic. And I can't say enough about the opportunity to work with Tony, with the officers, and make our section safe, responsible, and better. There's been nothing that hasn't been supported, that we've done that hasn't been supported by the officers, and in particular Tony Latendre. Tony, just want to say how much we appreciate as your staff at our headquarters in Ontario, the opportunity to work with you and the opportunity to share time with you, share strategies with you, and make our section, our association better. Look forward to working with Robin. I know with Robin and Eric and Allison, and of course Tony retaining the position as honorary president, it'll be a great opportunity to work with the executive committee. Todd Kiefer, thank you for all you've done as an officer and as honorary president. We appreciate you and appreciate again what each of you has done to make our section better, to make our staff feel more comfortable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciation. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce a video of our foundation chair, Frank Tallarico, for our Southern California PGA Foundation's annual report.
It is my pleasure today to provide the 2020 annual meeting report for the SCPGA Foundation. It is probably best to list some of the more noteworthy accomplishments here. A more comprehensive report is available for Matt should it be desired. In 2020, the SCPGA Foundation awarded over $252,000 in college scholarship funds. Always a priority, the SCPGA Foundation provided over $28,000 in financial aid to junior tour members during the course of 2020. The Foundation Classic Pro-Am at Riviera Country Club this year raised $110,000 for our charitable outreach programming. Our special thanks to Mr. Yoshitaki and his staff at Riviera. The foundation partnered with the John Mallinger Charitable Foundation to raise funds for college scholarships. John Mallinger's The Give Pro-Am awarded 10 exemplary student athletes with $20,000 college scholarships each. Our special thanks to Mr. Mulligan and his team at Virginia. The SCPGA Foundation hosted their inaugural The Invitational Pro-Am at Rams Hill Golf Club in this past November. 12 teams from throughout the section helped raise $15,000 towards college scholarships and financial aid. Our thanks to all who sponsored and all who played. By the end of 2020, the SCPGA Foundation anticipates a 65% increase in all donations received over those received in 2019. This is extraordinary when you consider the undeniable impact a COVID environment has certainly had on charitable contributions, both the volume of giving and the direction of that giving. Lastly, it is our continued goal to ensure that the Foundation benefits from the passion and expertise of those in our community. I am very proud to announce that the Foundation Board has added Betty Potalivo, the retired president of Northern Trust Bank, and Mr. Mark King, formerly CEO of TaylorMade Adidas, now the CEO of Taco Bell, to our Foundation Board of Directors. Sadly, this will be my last SCPGA annual meeting as your Foundation Board Chairman. Many of you know I have transitioned to my new role as the CEO of the Pacific Northwest section of the PGA. My relationship with this section and the game of golf began 23 years ago this coming January, when I was first hired as your inaugural Foundation Director. The section has been by my side through some of the very best and some of the most challenging times in mine and my family's life. The opportunity you afforded me and the faith that you have invested in me is staggering. It has been a life achievement to work for and alongside the caliber of professionals with which the section is synonymous. First, my thanks to the current section and foundation boards for so loyally making our mission your mission. A very special thank you to Mr. Holbert, Mr. Dickey, Mr. Riley, Mr. Tooney, and Mr. Kiefer. That is just the start of my list, but I was told to keep this to 3 minutes. I am especially fortunate to have worked with Mr. Addis, who I now have the honor to refer to as my fellow section CEO. And of course, I do owe a deep debt of gratitude to Mr. Sargent, who always is kind enough to remind me that he has taught me everything that I know, but not everything that he knows. Lastly, we can all agree that the section staff is our greatest asset. Jeff, Nikki, Matt, and the rest of this team will take you all very far. These 23 years have been a pleasure and especially a profound privilege for me. If I can ever be of service to the section, its members, or its staff, I am only a phone call away. Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Frank, very much. Great report. Before I reintroduce Tony, I'd just like to give a shout out, a couple of thank yous, sincere thank yous to, first of all, Jeff Johnson and Christy Wadamina for producing our budget, working long hours, as Robin mentioned, to put the budget together. But very importantly, for putting this meeting together, for pulling together all of the technology that is needed to produce this type of a broadcast, and that's Nikki Gatch, Bryce Seaver, and Tyler Miller. Thanks to the three of you for putting this meeting together and doing a great job to provide this opportunity for everyone. So thank you very much. I'd like to reintroduce our president, Mr. Tony Latendre.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you for those kind words. It's important to note that with Frank's absence, the board of directors has elected to appoint the honorary president of our section to assume the role of foundation chairman. That is something that I will look forward to. I know it's large shoes that I have to fill, with Frank's absence, but I want to thank Frank for his 23 years of service to the Southern California PGA Foundation. We are really looking forward to the future, and thank you for laying the groundwork for us. At this time, I'd like to introduce a video from our PGA of America employees related to our section, our career consultant, Ken Farrell, and our Junior League Regional Manager, Junko Suzuki.
Happy holidays, SCPGA professionals, and thanks for all you do. It's been a very interesting year, and you have worked harder with less, and we really appreciate what you do. This is the end of the year, and so performance reviews will be coming up. Don't forget that you have samples of performance reviews as well as accomplishments reports to go over with your employers. You asked to see all jobs, so Career Links has gone away this year, and all jobs now are being posted on the job board. You can see every job in every section. If you complete your profile, they'll be sent to you via email, as well as show underneath your account manager. The PGA show set for January 26th and 29th. All programming will be virtual this year, so put that on your calendar. PGA.coach, something that you can complete a profile, and it helps those taking lessons find you. 62,000 hits have been on PGA.coach to find PGA professionals, so we'd encourage you to do that. You must be certified with the ADM model to do so. Don't forget lifelong learning, specialization, certification in executive management, golf operations, and teaching and coaching. We will shortly have a new compensation report for you. In the meantime, continue to use the current one, or you can reach out to me, and I'm happy to help you with that. Finally, don't forget PGA Perk Spot, which is located on pga.com. And the PGA has gotten together with several vendors for some great discounts on their products. You may want to take a look at that for the upcoming Christmas holidays. Thanks, best to you, and please let me know anytime I can assist.
Good afternoon, everyone. While we cannot be together in person, I'm glad we have this opportunity to connect virtually. What a year it has been. The story of 2020 was not about hitting numbers, but more about giving kids and families the opportunity to be outside and active while most other activities were not allowed. 2020 could be PGA Junior League's most successful season to date. We were one of the first youth sports to return to action. We provided captains with CDC-approved guidelines that they embraced, creating a healthy, responsible environment for their players and families. A survey was sent to parents in July to gauge how they were feeling. These 7,000 responses told us that 91% of parents felt comfortable to very comfortable returning to PGA Junior League. Parents are looking for responsible activities, and you've proven that golf is one of them. A huge thank you to everyone that stayed engaged this season. We know you had your plates full. And even if you were not able to have a season, thank you for your hard work in finding other ways to keep your juniors engaged. 2021 facility registration is now open, and we have some great updates. Make sure you register today. Our pilot program, PGA Family Cup, was a great success this year. Though we did not have any professionals offer this in Southern California due to the pandemic, some of your fellow PGA professionals in Northern California offered successful series with great feedback. Your section, SCPGA, was able to offer a Halloween-themed event at Newport Beach Golf Course. They had 11 family teams participate, and everyone had a great time. PGA Family Cup will be available to all PGA Junior League captains across the country. A great program to encourage families to stay engaged together at your facility. Lastly, PGA.coach continues to grow with nearly 3,000 certified PGA coaches across the country. The 3,000 coaches have already received over 1,400 leads from PGA.com. This is a great opportunity to organize lesson plans, grow your brand, and your customer base. SCPGA has the most certified coaches at 164. Let's continue to grow that number, and I am here to help you. In order to be successful and keep the momentum in golf going, the planning needs to start today. Ask yourself, how do we keep the new golfers at our facilities engaged into the future? How do we keep lapsed golfers that return to golf in 2020 still golfing in 2021? If you need help working through these questions, I'm here to guide you. The programs I mentioned today are great tools the PGA provides you with in order to be successful. Please take the holidays to reset, recharge, and be ready for 2021. I will be ready to help and support you. I hope you and your families stay well. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken, and thank you, Junko. And thank you for everything that you do for all of us in this section. We will now move on to our 2020 election of directors. I am pleased to announce that a new secretary has been unanimously approved by the board of directors, and we're proud to announce that Dr. Allison Kurt will be our next section secretary, and she'll be sworn in this evening. Allison, congratulations. But first, I'd like to welcome Honorary President Todd Kiefer to conduct our election.
Thank you, Mr. President. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight with everyone and be the home of Super Senior Player of the Year, John Fiedler. Again, congratulations to Allison as well. This year's Board of Directors elections, there are five candidates for two positions, and alphabetically, the candidates are Chris Dunn from Urban Golf Performance, Kimberly Falcone from La Jolla Country Club, Ian Ott from Prove Golf Consulting, Tom Sun from Arrowwood Golf Course, and Heidi WRIGHT-TENNYSON from MESA VERDE Country Club. This year's election process has been slightly modified. In lieu of live presentations, our candidates and their nominators have prepared their videos in advance for your consideration. In addition, tonight we're using Election Buddy to conduct our election, which is the same system used by the PGA of America and many of the other sections this year that they've used for their elections. Every eligible voter has been entered into the Election Buddy system, and all voters are only allowed to vote once. Voting has opened effective November the 20th, and we will remain open for up to 5 minutes following the candidate videos, which will be shown shortly. As always, the election results will be certified by our SCPGA past presidents. If you haven't voted already, please refer to the email link that was previously sent. An email to all those who have not previously voted was sent today at 2 o'clock. The results of the election will be shared at the end of this meeting, and the new directors will be sworn in at that time. If you have any challenges at all, please send an email to scpgavote@gmail.com. That's scpgavote@gmail.com, and please include your PGA member number and your vote selection. At this time, we ask that you please enjoy each of the candidates' videos.
I'm David Cullimater from Westchester Golf Course. I'm one of the professionals here, and I'm also the chairman of the Southern California PGA Diversity and Inclusion Committee. And I do that with Joe Groman, and we grow adaptive golf and all types of programs for the blind and accessible golf here in Southern California, and our vets who do a lot of PGA Hope. I have known this young man, Chris Dunn, for many years. We met at, I believe, level 2 out in Florida, and we've kind of been living our own pathways to growing the game of golf in Southern California. And I've watched him take UGP from one little shop and grow it into a nice, organized, they've expanded down to Orange County, and he's done a great job with growing the game and training other teachers how to see through a lens that is going to help the future of our golfers, and how to just be a great role model for other professionals growing up to get the most out of what they can do and try to grow the game of golf here in Southern California. So I'd love to formally nominate my friend Chris Dunn for the board of directors here in the section of Southern California PGA. And I think we'll be doing a great service to our future by having a nice, bright young mind like him inspire our future professionals here. And I just think it'll be a great choice.
Hi, thank you, Dave. Appreciate all the kind words, and Thank you to everybody that's listening to this video. I'm very grateful to be sitting here on the other side of this camera, talking to all of you, and I'm really excited, hopefully, for this opportunity. My name is Chris Dunn. I'm a head golf coach down here in Orange County at Urban Golf Performance. Been working with the company for a little over 6 years now, watching it grow from when I started. There was 6 of us to 40 plus, and now 3 locations. It's been an amazing journey for me. With my past experience of a little over 10 years in teaching, it was a complete hole-in-one for me. So one thing that I feel like I can really bring to Southern California and to the board members is, a little different, unique perspective towards, all my experiences. I'm very well traveled. I've been teaching in 6 different states and 3 countries. And now down here, I'm able to focus my attention towards my team. And I think that is really what's so important. And if I'm looking to expand my horizons and try to become a leader in Southern California, I'm excited to be able to look towards my team of board members to help grow the game and make things better for all of you that are listening, and trying to help make some good decisions and hopefully take what we're doing to the next level and really try to step up and be the best section in the country. So I'm asking all you guys to look to voting me in, and I would love to be a part of it. I'm very humble for this opportunity, and I really look forward to expanding my career by being around all these amazing people. So thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Tom Sargent. I'm a past president of the section, and it's my privilege and an honor to make a nomination today for Heidi WRIGHT-TENNYSON. Heidi has been a member of our section for almost 3 years now. Prior to that, she's come from the Carolina section, and she is indeed an outstanding golf professional. And I'd like to tell you a couple things about her. First, her pedigree is indeed impressive. After graduating from Bowling Green, she did what so many of us did. She took a shot at a playing career, played mini tours and the Futures Tour. Under any circumstance, it's very impressive that she became a director of golf at a busy 36-hole Tom and George Fazio facility at the age of 26. And that doesn't happen very often in our profession. So that in itself speaks volumes as to the kind of professional Heidi is. She was elected to membership in 1994. So she has 26 years as a PGA member. She came to Mesa Verde in 2018, where she's presently the head golf professional. All of that leads us to the Low Country Hall of Fame, to which she was inducted in 2020. She was a 2015 Carolina's Golf Professional of the Year. She was a 2-time Hilton Head Island Chapter Golf Professional of the Year. She's the 2013 Player Development Awards winner. And let me tell you just a little bit about Heidi that I've observed. She's a genuine golf professional in every sense of the word. And I think it's important to elect leaders from our core of the association. She's an exceptional PGA professional in every sense of the word. And I would urge you to cast your vote for Heidi WRIGHT-TENNYSON, because a vote for Heidi is a vote for all of us. Thanks.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Heidi WRIGHT-TENNYSON. I am a Metro Chapter member and currently the head golf professional at Mesa Verde Country Club in Costa Mesa. I believe we are put on this planet to serve one another. As a very young professional in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, my designated big brother after my final Class A interview was Mr. John Farrell at Harbortown Golf Links. And John very much encouraged me to be an active participant in the chapter and the section and to stay involved with my fellow professionals. This was extremely great advice, and I'm glad that I took it. It has served me extremely well throughout my career. It's brought me great opportunities to be engaged with other golf professionals and broaden my knowledge in the golf industry. My interest and passion in the golf business include promoting the game, mentoring professionals, and keeping PGA professionals playing the game. I participate and encourage my staff to play in as many chapter and section events as our work schedules permit. And along with my 26 years as a director of golf and head golf professional, and serving 10 years in a chapter board setting, and an additional 7 years staying involved as a Class A advisor to the Junior Golf Association in Hilton Head, I very much look forward to the opportunity to share these passions with the SCPGA board and fellow professionals in the area. I would like to thank Mr. Tom Sargent for being my nominator to serve as a board member. He's been a tremendous mentor to myself, and I can only hope to do the same to those around me. So thank you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time, and make it a great day.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Pearson. I'm the head golf professional at Spring Valley Lake Country Club in Victorville, California. I've been a PGA member for over 25 years, and I'm the former president of the Inland Empire chapter of the PGA. It is my honor and privilege to formally nominate Ian Ott for the Southern California PGA Board of Directors. I've known Ian all of his life anyway. Absolutely wonderful, dedicated golf professional. Ian left the Yucaipa area and went to University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, and he was in the PGM program and got his bachelor's in business. He further went on to get his master's degree in finance at Duke University. In 2018, he got his Class A professional status when he was at Hilton Head. And since 2019, he's been the secretary of the Inland Empire chapter. Ian is very, very dedicated at everything that he does. And I can say from personal experience that I have never seen the communications like we have in the Inland Empire any higher than it has been ever since Ian's taken over. We get weekly email blasts about education opportunities and everything else, tournament opportunities, etc. So again, it's my privilege and honor to nominate Ian Ott for the Southern California PGA Board of Directors.
Well, this is Ian Ott, and I'm a PGA Pro here in Beaumont, California, currently serving as the secretary to the Inland Empire chapter, as well as the president of Prove Golf Consulting. I was asked to record a 3-minute video on how I will improve our section if elected as a director. This video will be shorter than 3 minutes because the answer to this question is obvious to me. Simply put, what we need to do to improve our section is leverage the collective knowledge of each of you through the re-engagement of our membership base. Why do I feel we need to do this? I do see the engagement decreasing in our membership base. I spoke last month at the Coaching and Teaching Summit about how to improve the financial well-being of PGA professionals. And out of the 1,620 members in our section, at the time that I was speaking, there were 236 members present. That is a 14.5% engagement rate from our section. I would like for that to improve. Now, how would I improve the engagement as a director? Again, I will keep this simple. If I'm asking you to engage with us, then we need to start by engaging with you. If elected as a director, my goal would be to know the names of all 1,620 of you and how you can personally benefit from your membership with the Southern California PGA. My email is ianottpga@gmail.com. Please send me a note anytime if you want to talk about how we can better serve you. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to nominate Kim Falcone, PGA, for the board of directors of the Southern California PGA. Kim's an assistant professional at the La Jolla Country Club. She's been a PGA member since 1995. She was the 2012 SCPGA Assistant Golf Professional of the Year. And her service to the PGA is too long of a list, but just to highlight, she's an SCPGA Independent Director, one of 2 selected by President Letendre. She's a member of the Tournament Committee, the Education Committee. She's chairperson for the Women's Task Force Committee. She's on the Special Awards Committee. She's been a panelist for the Southern California PGA Women's Golf Summits. She's completed PGA LEAD, PGA of America's Diversity Program, identifying and mentoring emerging leaders. I hope my endorsement sways your vote. I am not alone in believing that Kim Falcone is an essential addition to the Southern California PGA Board of Directors. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. It's an honor to have such an accomplished and respected professional introduce me. My name is Kim Falcone, and I currently serve on your board of directors as an independent director, first appointed by President Kiefer in 2017, and then by President Letendre in 2018. I've learned so much in the past 3 years, and I'm very excited at the opportunity to earn a place on the board through this election. I recently completed PGA LEAD, a national leadership program that is designed to identify and mentor emerging leaders in our association. As one of 15 members selected for Cohort 4 and the lone representative of District 11, I had the opportunity to interact with and learn from several past presidents of the PGA of America, as well as influential industry leaders throughout the past 2 years. This experience really helped me gain a clear understanding of what it takes to be an effective leader and reinforce my desire to give back to the game and to our members. I feel that it has prepared me to further my role as a director on the SCPGA board. In addition to PGA LEAD, I've been fortunate to attend 3 PGA national annual meetings, and it is something that I think every member should experience. I've never been prouder to be a PGA member than when witnessing the governance of our association and the amazing people who volunteer their time for the betterment of the PGA. It has inspired me to continue on the path of leadership, and I hope to one day represent our section on the national level as a delegate to the annual meeting. This will be achieved by first becoming an elected board member and eventually serving as an officer. I think that I have a lot to offer our membership based on those experiences, as well as my current and past involvement in the tournament, education, women's, and special awards committees. This is a tumultuous time in our world, but a great time to be in the golf business. Despite the pandemic, golf is experiencing a resurgence, and it is our association's responsibility to navigate it effectively. Not only do we need programs to retain the players we have gained, but we must also dedicate our efforts to diversifying our profession. These factors are critical to growing the game and strengthening our association. I'm in a unique place in my personal life and career where I have the time and the energy to dedicate to this role. I have the complete support of my head professional to pursue my leadership goals within the SCPGA, and despite being married to a non-golfer, my husband encourages me to be fully committed to those aspirations. I used to wonder, like so many of you, what could the PGA do for me? Now I'm in the position where I ask myself, what can I do for the PGA, or more specifically, our members in Southern California? I hope you will see that I am passionate about achieving great things for the SCPGA and its members, and I am a candidate worthy of holding a seat on our board. Thank you so much for your support and your consideration.
My name is John Kulo, and I'd like to nominate Tom Sun for the section board for the SCPGA. Tom currently is on the chapter board for the San Diego chapter, and he chairs the mentorship program. He also sits on the Launchpad committee with me, chairing the apprentice workshop that we do weekly. Tom is relatively new to this section. He was a 16-year veteran of the banking business in Korea. His passion was to return to the game of golf. He moved his family back to San Diego and has been committed to the chapter and the section ever since. I'd like to nominate Tom Sun for the section board of directors.
I would like to sincerely thank Executive Director Tom Addis, President Tony Latundra, and the rest of the SCPGA leadership for providing me the opportunity to run for a seat on the board. As a way of introduction, I am currently the general manager at Airwood Golf Course in Oceanside, California. For those who I'm not familiar with, I'm a son of an immigrant from South Korea, a proud graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. Upon graduation, I proudly and honorably served in the U.S. Army for 5 years, resigning as a captain, and followed by a 16-year career working abroad in the global finance industry. Armed with over 20 years of professional leadership experience, I follow my passion to make a career change and was very fortunate to ultimately become the general manager at Airwood Golf Course in January 2018. When I first arrived at Airwood 3 years ago, there was only one PGA associate. Now we have 3 PGA members and 3 PGA associates, a very proud accomplishment. I can say without reservation, this has been the most fulfilling professional journey of my life. And the proudest moment was becoming a PGA member in September 2019. To To become more active in the SCPGA, I was recently named the co-chairperson of the Associate Committee and am currently a member of the Investment and Education Committees. Additionally, I was elected to the Board of San Diego Chapter in December 2019. I'm currently the chairperson of the Associates for the San Diego Chapter. In July of this year, I started the mentorship program for San Diego Chapter's Associates. We already have nearly 40 PGA professionals volunteering for this program, with the goal of assisting associates to complete the PGA program, networking with PGA professionals, and most importantly, building relevant and meaningful long-term relationships with PGA professionals. Also, John Kulo and I implemented a launchpad consisting of weekly calls to assist associates progress through the level 1 of the PGM portfolio. These programs for associates will sow the seeds to ensure they eventually become members and future leaders of the PGA. I can promise each and every one of you that if I am elected to the board, my passion for the game and the SCPGA will be evident in all my actions. With 1 year served for the San Diego chapter under my belt, I truly feel that I'm only getting started with the positive impact I can achieve. In closing, I would like to emphasize that I believe the best thing about our association is the people and the meaningful relationships formed. I am honored and privileged to stand in front of you as I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much, candidates, and thank you for all you attendees that are out there today. We appreciate your attention to these nominations and candidate presentations. If you haven't already, please cast your vote now on Election Buddy. Or again, if you're having issues, it's scpgavote@gmail.com. We simply ask for your member number and who you're voting for. Voting will remain open for the next 5 minutes, and results will be presented later in the meeting. Thank you again for your participation this evening, and it's now back to you, President Latendre.
Thank you, Mr. Kiefer. Appreciate that. Now it's time to recognize our 2020 Special Award winners. Last year, you may recall that Dave Moore III was kind enough to join us at Sherwood Country Club, and he had committed to doing so again this year for our annual meeting. Thanks to technology, he's still able to join us remotely. So please enjoy this presentation from Dave Moore III, honoring our 2020 Special Award recipients.
Hello, Southern California PGA members, and welcome to the Special Awards ceremony. Traditionally, our President's Dinner is a night dedicated to honoring and celebrating the outstanding achievements and successes of our section's golf professionals. However, due to the circumstances faced this year, we will be dedicating this special video presentation to the celebration of these outstanding golf professionals. It is my distinct pleasure to announce Tim Terwilliger of Brookside Golf Course as the 2020 SCPGA Public Merchandiser of the Year.
Located adjacent to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, Brookside Golf Course sees more than 150,000 rounds played annually. Tim's main philosophy is that when people walk through the golf course doors and into the shop, they feel like they're embarking on a shopping spree at Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's. Tim prides himself on presenting the shop with a high-end retail look by the product and the displays. Congruent to that is an endless pursuit of professional customer service. This has led many shoppers who don't even play golf to come to the shop at Brookside because of the clothing and the service. Congratulations to the 2020 SCPGA Public Merchandiser of the Year, Tim Terwilliger of Brookside Golf Course.
The next merchandiser category is the SCPGA Resort Merchandiser of the Year. Congratulations to Cody Warren Frankie of Desert Willow Golf Resort.
Desert Willow Golf Resort is located in Palm Desert and is home to two of the Coachella Valley's premier public golf opportunities. One step inside the 2,200 square foot golf shop, and you'll see there are offers tailored to both the avid golfer and the non-golfing resort guest. A vast array of merchandise and gifts to choose from. Cody's mission is to continue to exceed the guest's expectation and keep the golf shop fully stocked with a professional look. Striving to be customer-focused, Cody's shop has a range of product price points for all players while offering unique items that can only be found at Desert Willow Golf Resort. Cody believes in going above and beyond for every guest and utilizing all resources to ensure guest happiness and the opportunity to welcome them back to Desert Willow Golf Resort in the near future. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Resort Merchandiser of the Year, Cody Warren Frank.
Rounding out the Merchandiser of the Year category is the 2020 SCPGA Private Merchandiser of the Year, Jeff Brockman of Mountain Gate Country Club.
Jeff has set a goal of providing quality products at a value they cannot get anywhere else. Members pay a premium to join in addition to their monthly dues, so Jeff considers the shop a value add to their investment in the club. Always making decisions based on what's best for the member, Jeff will often go above and beyond to serve the members. He's quoted as saying, "If we don't stock it, let's find it." With this philosophy as his goal, he believes he will always be successful. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Private Merchandiser of the Year, Jeff Brockman, Mountain Gate Country Club.
It is my pleasure to announce Chris Smeal of Stadium Golf Center as the 2020 SCPGA Youth Player Development Award winner.
Now let us transition to the Player Development Awards. The SCPGA Player Development Award and Youth Player Development Award both recognize PGA of America professionals who are leaders in junior golf and reflect the ideals of those who work with youth. They're deeply involved in the promotion and development of junior golf at the club level, support section, chapter, and national junior golf programs, and have a deep interest, concern, and ability to provide opportunities for juniors to learn and play golf. And they are constantly being rewarded and recognized for their outstanding character. Chris owns and operates the Future Champions Golf Tour in San Diego County. The purpose of the program is to develop junior golfers via instruction and tournament opportunities through a 4-level tournament program with more than 100 annual events and more than 9,000 annual participants. 4 of his events are now some of the largest events in the world. In addition to overseeing the FCG, Chris coaches full-time at Stadium Golf Center, mostly to junior golfers. In addition, Chris teaches at Stadium Golf Center, but also regularly does playing lessons at several courses in San Diego County. Chris credits his social media content to having helped push and inspire other PGA professionals to work hard and do more. Chris regularly advises and helps other PGA professionals that reach out about social media. Chris is proud to see several of his assistant coaches from FCG go on to become PGA members and successful teachers all over the USA. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Youth Player Development Award winner, Chris Smeal of Stadium Golf Center.
And your 2020 Player Development Award winner is Karen Tucker of Pelican Hill Golf Club.
Located along the Newport Beach coastline is the 36-hole Tom Fazio-designed Pelican Hill Golf Club. It's there that you'll find Karen Tucker creating friendships with players, organization leaders, and other instructors while actively impacting the growth of the game. Through participation as a PGA Junior League captain and providing families opportunities to see their children play with more kids their own age and have a chance at team competition at a national level. Her contributions through the articles in the National PGA Magazine describe, promote, and share her experience in player development and the importance of bringing groups together while enjoying the process of learning golf. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Development Player Award winner, Karen Tucker from Pelican Hill Golf Club.
Now we are excited to announce the 2020 SCPGA Bill Strasbaugh Award winner as Grant Strobel from Miramar Memorial Golf Course.
Serving on the San Diego Chapter Board of Directors, Grant is currently mentoring both co-tournament directors on the administration, organization, and effective operation of all SD Chapter golf tournaments, in addition to currently mentoring the new secretary of the SD Chapter. Grant feels the only way we can improve the image of PGA professionals is by leading by example. This happens every day when he comes into contact with customers and fellow professionals that look to the fellow professionals to lead with their local knowledge, integrity, and passion. The first thought when someone thinks of a PGA professional should be that they are experts in the game of golf. And with this, Grant attends all men's and ladies club meetings at Miramar Memorial, while being very active at all club functions. At Miramar Memorial, Grant conducts weekly clinics for the active duty Marines stationed at MCAS. These clinics are complimentary and are hosted on Wednesdays and Saturdays for 2 hours each day. With a commitment to the PGA Hope program at Miramar Memorial in 2021 and beyond, in addition to the current Links to Freedom program conducted twice a year. Although they're not PGA professionals, Grant feels the biggest role of mentoring is being a father to his two sons, Jack and Ben. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Bill Strasbaugh Award winner, Grant Strobel of Miramar Golf Course.
The 2020 SCPGA Club Fitter of the Year is Josiah Solberg of Cool Clubs in Trabuco Canyon.
Josiah was elected as a Class A member of the PGA of America while he was at Legend Trail Golf Club. From 2005 to 2008, he was the youngest head golf professional in Arizona. During this time, he gained extensive experience and valuable knowledge of the total golf operation, while also having an opportunity to teach, but still felt that something was missing in his career. After much research on the equipment side, he met with Mark Timms, President and CEO of Cool Clubs, in order to grow the game and be the best PGA professional he could be. Josiah finds it extremely satisfying to see players hit the ball straighter, farther, and with more consistency and a better trajectory. He's helped countless amateurs get to the next handicap level and has had the privilege to work with top players on every major tour. One of the more notable early fittings he experienced was with Matt Kuchar. He then went on to win the Varden Trophy in 2010 for lowest scoring average and the PGA Tour's Arnold Palmer Award for leading money winner that year. While success stories like Matt Kuchar's are fun for Josiah to follow, it's even more rewarding to help amateurs gain 20 plus yards off the tee and fall deeper in love with this wonderful game. It's always been a goal of Josiah's to try to increase the knowledge of other professionals in the section. He's hosted golf equipment and club fitting seminars for PGA members a number of times at Oak Creek Golf Club. This is a fun opportunity for him to share with others how advanced club fitting has become and demonstrate how much better players can be with the proper fit. Congratulations to the 2020 Southern California PGA Club Fitter of the Year, Josiah Solberg of Cool Clubs.
The 2020 SCPGA Assistant Golf Professional of the Year is Joseph Kobrick of Desert Willow Golf Resort.
As part of Joseph's capstone project, he's currently participating in the Advising Network via the PGA Specialized Program for Golf Operations. In this Advising Network, Joseph works with 3 individuals who are new PGA members and associates. This Advising Network has not only assisted in his professional development as a PGA professional, but has also provided a mentorship program for 3 new and soon-to-be members of the PGA. Joseph is proud to assist with the following local and national communities through service and charity organizations: the American Heart Association, PGA Hope, and the Folds of Honor. In his time at the Desert Willow Golf Resort, he's assisted approximately 400 local stroke victims at Palm Desert Golf Academy, hosting an annual Saving Strokes Golf Clinic. While operating an 8-week program with the Folds of Honor, the quick learning curve of veterans promptly moved all of the weekly clinics to the golf course for on-course access. Since the first Folds of Honor event in 2017, his facility has raised $33,000. These donations go directly to the Folds of Honor initiative of providing educational scholarships to the children and spouses of fallen and disabled service members, all of which Joseph is proud to participate in.
The 2020 SCPGA Teacher of the Year Award goes to Randy Chang of the Randy Chang Golf Academy.
The Teacher of the Year Award is designed to recognize a PGA professional who is an outstanding teacher of golf and ranks PGA membership. The award is based on a professional's overall performance in teaching. Consideration is given to unusual, innovative, and special teaching programs that are initiated or implemented by the professional, articles written, and any special and outstanding golfers the professional has instructed. At the section level, Randy has been on the teaching committee for the last 5 years and chairing the associate and teaching committees this past year. He's also been involved with multiple speaking engagements at teaching and coaching summits and youth teaching summits over the past 5 years. With the help of the associate committee and tone of the tender, the Kickstart to Teaching program was created to help new apprentices jumpstart their teaching careers and also help inspiring managers utilize their teachers more effectively. Through the pandemic period, they initiated the Wednesday Coaches Chat and will be initiating the new Teachers Forum, which will be a dedicated page. At the national level, his schools have participated in nearly all of the national PGA player development initiatives. All of Randy's coaches are PGA.coach certified, and they've been modeling their programs for juniors that way for the past 20 years. They currently have 5 PGA Junior League teams and numerous juniors that have made it to the regional finals in the drive, chip, and putt. They've created a year-round Junior League program that has blossomed into an important segment of the current junior program. They work closely with the SCPGA Junior Tours, JDT, and Toyota Tour Cup, feeding their qualified junior players into their respective groups. If I may, I'd just like to take a moment to personally congratulate Susie Burning for her award, the 2020 Honorary Life Membership. What a fitting tribute to someone who's done so much for the game. Thank you.
What a special honor, and I just want to thank all the PGA pros throughout the country that have helped me in my career, throughout my golfing career. I guess when I started golf, I was 15, and I really had no idea actually what I was getting involved in. And, in playing the tour in the early years, we just played golf. We just wanted to win a tournament. We didn't play for money. And I still play the game and try to at least. It's not good, but golf has taken me a lot of places, and I just have met so many great people. And to be here at the reserve for almost 20 years now, I'm just honored. To be part of the Southern California PGA section, I was born in Pasadena, and now I'm back in Southern California, so this is quite an honor. I really appreciate it.
Now to our most prestigious award, the Golf Professional of the Year. I would like to congratulate Rob Oosterhouse as the 2020 Southern California PGA Golf Professional of the Year.
The SCPGA Golf Professional of the Year Award is one of the highest honors the association will bestow upon one of its members, whose total contributions to the game best exemplify the complete PGA professional. The award embraces a wide range of services conducted by the club professional, such as the demonstration of outstanding qualities of leadership, maintaining a substantial record of service to the association and to the game of golf, and efforts to be regarded as the consummate PGA golf professional. He or she must possess the image and leadership ability to inspire fellow golf professionals, as well as promoting and growing the game of golf. As a PGA member and director for the SCPGA board, it is one of Rob's chief goals to enhance the perception of the PGA professional and develop opportunities for them in all levels of the game, club, and hospitality industries. Through his recent achievements, as well as those of a number of PGA professionals in the section, Rob's PGA colleagues see the association can go well beyond the golf course, and that there are clubs willing to go to unconventional lengths to find the best club leadership and golf professionals who truly understand the heartbeat of a club with golf at its core. Through his achievement of the CCM and CCE in the CMAA and the transition to a general manager / CEO position, Rob's hope is to challenge and inspire golf professionals to look at higher ranking or compensated positions, not traditionally open to PGA professionals. Rob considers himself lucky enough to have additional access to Paul Levy, the past president of the PGA of America, and Jeff Morgan, CEO of the CMAA, and believes that through the ongoing discussions, research, and education of both associations, we will soon see more and more PGA professionals being named to chief leadership roles. And before I vanish into the virtual thin air, I want to thank you all, not just the officers and the staff at the Southern California PGA section, but all of you who are members of the section for all that you do to promote our game and grow our game and protect it for all of us who love the game. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in person sometime soon.
Thank you, Dave. And if you're watching, thank you very much for joining us and doing that for our special award winners. As Dave stated, the Golf Professional of the Year is our highest honor. That's why it's no surprise that the 2020 Southern California PGA Golf Professional of the Year is none other than Rob Oosterhuis. I first met Rob when he interviewed at Toscana Country Club, ironically, to be my boss. Although he was not selected, I always felt he would be a great director of golf. Fast forward, and now I had the privilege to serve with Rob on our section board, and I must say that I was right about it. Rob is a great leader, and the ability to take in all the information before making an educated and informed statement or decision. His level-headedness and kind demeanor give comfort to those around him. He's honest and fair, and he continually acts without self-motivated purpose. As any golf professional year would be, Rob is as selfless as they come. Rob was slated to become our next section officer, but as is often the case in our profession, a great opportunity to be close to family will take him to the East Coast. It's been a pleasure for us all serving with you, Rob, and we certainly wish you the best. I cannot think of a better way for you to embark on this next chapter in your life than to leave the Southern California section as the 2020 Southern California PGA Golf Professional of the Year. Rob, congratulations and best to you in this new endeavor. We're very fortunate to have Rob with us this evening. Joining us from his new home in Boca Raton, Florida. Rob, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, Tony, thank you so much. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I couldn't be more excited to receive this award. I'm extremely sad that I'm not there with you, but I guess nobody else is really there with you either. This has been an interesting time for all of us. The good news is for me is Florida's wide open. I know California's going through some things, but Florida's taken a little different stance on the virus, and we're working through that our own way. But in seriousness, thank you to Tony, who's been such a good friend now. Again, that goes back almost 20 years to our first interaction. Congratulations to Robin Shelton, who's I know going to be a wonderful president. Also thank you so much to Tom Addis, Jeff Johnson, Nikki Gatch, all the staff who've been so wonderful. I could go on for days and thank PGA professionals. I'll just focus on some of the people who've impacted me the most, and maybe not coincidentally people who've been part of that governance structure. Todd Kiefer, our former immediate past president, I guess now, and the
past president to him, John McNair, who a lot of you know I worked for John for a number of years in San Diego, JC Golf, JC Resorts, with some of my most memorable years, and Eric Lohman, who I think Eric and I go back about, I think we were figuring out 35 years back to junior golf. Just really a great group of people. It's been wonderful to listen to people talk about so many things. You know, the candidates talking, you know, and seeing the slate of candidates, seeing a diverse slate of candidates that are coming forward. You know, again, one of my big catchphrases when I was running for my second term on the board was opportunities, and it's not just about creating opportunities for yourself; it's about creating opportunities for others. And I think, you know, there's so many things going on in our society now. Obviously, COVID's taken the forefront, and I think it's another opportunity for us to shine as golf professionals and club leaders and create businesses that we never thought that were going to be there. And the challenges Junko talked about in her piece, that to keep what went on in 2020 going in 2021. But more important than that, I think, you know, you've heard a little bit more about the Diversity Inclusion Committee, you know, and it's great to see Allison coming on as an officer and Susie Burning getting her award. You know, creating opportunities for women, for minorities, with Black Lives Matter taking such a center role in our summer and this year. Really, I think it's extremely meaningful, and it's incumbent upon all of us to do everything we can. So again, I wish I was there arm in arm with you, but know that I'm here on the East Coast. And Tony, we've already talked about this. Whatever challenges we can attack now that the HQ is going to be in the middle of the country, I'm going to take it from the East Coast. You guys take it from the West Coast, and we'll meet in the middle. So again, thank you so much to all of you. I appreciate all that you've done for me, and I couldn't be more honored to accept this award.
Rob, thank you, and congratulations again. You'll always have a home in Southern California, and we hope our paths cross very soon. So thank you for joining us this evening, and congratulations.
Thank you again.
Because we have the recipient of one of our awards in the room here, we're going to take a minute to recognize him, and that is the winner of our Professional Development Award. Formerly the Horton Smith Award, the newly renamed PGA Professional Development Award is presented to the PGA professional who shows exemplary efforts in educating their fellow PGA professionals. This is an individual who continually educates and mentors their peers, making everyone better in the process. And while many names come to mind, former recipients, of course, one name rises above the rest in this area. Someone who has had an impact on many of our careers in one way or another. A professional that is respected far beyond the reach of the section. So this year will not only be remembered as the year the PGA of America updated the name of its award, but 2020 will also be remembered as the year we officially rename ours. It is my honor and privilege to announce the inauguration of the Southern California PGA Tom Addis Professional Development Award. On behalf of all of us, Tom, thank you and congratulations. The enormity of your influence on all PGA professionals past, present, and future will forever be weaved into the fabric of our great section. Tom, would you like to say a few words, or are you too shocked at the moment? I promise he didn't know this was coming. Surprise.
I guess shocked would be the least descriptive word that I can come up with, or you could come up with. This is very surprising and something that when you look back over the years, professional development has been one of my key life initiatives within the PGA, and I shall never forget this and appreciate this more than you really know. Having been a national winner of the award and two-time section winner, and to have this honor, nothing like it, and I really, really appreciate it, and will treasure this and treasure the recipients always. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you.
So you can see the new award is now donned with your name.
Wow.
And if you'd like to help me present it, it'd be an honor.
I'd love to.
I'll let you hang on to that. He can stay here. You can stay on camera. We can be socially distant and stay on camera here. So this year's recipient is one of a kind, to say the least. Since I've known him, he's never been quiet about ways to make our section professionals the best they can be. That's probably why he stands out above the rest, leading, creating, and most importantly, mentoring. Following the lead of our award winners, our awards namesake, Southern California PGA section members are better because of this year's recipient. Serving alongside Tom Addis is one of the best parts about being president. That certainly holds true for me. I can only imagine the pride felt by this year's award recipient, the inaugural winner of the Tom Addis Professional Development Award, Mr. Eric Lohman. Eric?
Thank you. And thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. No, thank you very much. It's humbling to win an award that you're like half as good a professional as the person it's named after. But for all those who have won before me and all those who will win after me, it's just an honor to win this and to have your name on it and what you meant for us individually and as a section, as the PGA of America. It's just amazing. When Tony brought this up to us as an opportunity several months ago, it just brought adulation and joy. And I probably was half listening, and then when I found out that maybe it's the one I won, I was just enamored by it. So I just want to thank those who nominated me and voted for me, and obviously our section. There's so many great golf professionals within our section. Tom, you laid the groundwork for so many great people, and there's some of them in this room like Robin and Tony and Nikki, for example. And when you look at our section, we're chock full of leaders. We just talked to, Rob Oosterhouse is leaving, and Allison Curtis, our new secretary. And when you look at all our committees that support our section, whether it's Randy Chang and Jamie Mulligan and Bill Holberts or John Kulo, Josh Alpert. There's so many people within our section in each chapter that are making a difference. And some people win awards and some people go unrecognized, but a lot of us are leading by your example. So I appreciate all that you've done for us, and I appreciate this award. And I'd like to thank my team at Monarch, who, each and every day we're trying to learn and make people better. And I get to do this, I continue this at work, and then to be able to share some of that to the rest of the group when I can, it's just a blessing in disguise. And like I said, being half the professionals the person is named after means I got a lot of work ahead of me to get up to that point. So thank you guys very much for this recognition. Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Congratulations, Mr. Lohman. Of course, congratulations, Tom. Thank you for being who you are to all of us. We have one last award that we get to give out every year, and that's the President's Award. For this year's President's Award, I'm going a little bit off the rails. What I mean is 2020 has been a roller coaster year, and nothing seems to be normal. So why shouldn't this year's President's Award be abnormal, so to speak? Rather than awarding one individual who has done something exemplary in our section, I've decided this year to award 21 very deserving individuals. Don't worry, we're not going to go through and name them one by one. Why? Because while each of them has had a tremendous impact on our section, it is what they do collectively that is most noteworthy. I'm proud to announce that the 2020 President's Award will go to the entire staff at the Southern California PGA. When I first brought this idea to Tom Addis, he responded with, "We're just doing our job." And he's right, to an extent. Like many of us being tasked with finding ways to keep our businesses open, that certainly was part of their job. The team immediately gathered resources for all of us to reference, creating a COVID-19 information section on our website. They put together a weekly call to disseminate information, partnering with our neighbors in the Northern California section. The list goes on. So like many of us, yes, they did their job. But in talking to my fellow officers, it should be noted that they did much more than that. To a person, they all went much further than, quote, their job. And this is what should be touted here. It was not their job, when faced with a pandemic, to put the members of the section first in creating safe and healthy ways for us to get back to business. It was not in their job to take a temporary pay cut to help with the section through the start of the pandemic, when it was unknown if and when we would have any revenue coming in. And it most certainly was not their job, those 5 individuals who took voluntary furloughs, to help the section's financial position until we resumed activity. It is worthy of note, all these individuals have returned to work, continuing their dedication to you, the section members. So with that, the staff at the Southern California PGA are this year's President's Award recipients. Thank you, Tom, Nikki, Jeff, Matt, Kevin, Max, Anthony, Eddie, Dave, Bryce, Christy, Travis, Steve, Taylor, Tyler, Hannah, AMBERLYNN, Tyler, you two can figure out which is the first Tyler and the second Tyler, and of course, Brooklyn. Of course, I cannot forget our PGA regional employees for PGA of America, Ken Farrell and Junko Suzuki. You are just as much a part of this group, so thank you. So thank you for putting us first and being the best and most dedicated section staff in the country. We appreciate you all immensely. I hope you will enjoy the token of our gratitude that will be waiting for you when you return to the office. At this time, we will move into our old business for the section, and I'd like to make a first and second call for old business. Remember, if you have any comments or questions, you can submit them in the chat box, and we will answer them. This is the last call for old business. Hearing nothing, I'd like to have a first and second call for new business. And a last call for new business. Having no comments, I'd like to move into the open forum portion of this meeting, and I'll ask for a first and second call for open forum. There is one question that came in from past President Pat Casey, and it says, why have the Friday chats been discontinued at this critical time? And Patrick, you're right, it is a critical time, and there is one more call on the 18th of this month, and then we'll roll into the holidays and see what we need to do, but we will continue the California-Nevada chats on a necessary basis. But December 18th will be our next call, so thank you for bringing that to open forum. I'd like to make a last call for open forum. Doesn't look like there's any, but if we missed anybody or you're just a little slow on the keyboard, we will reconvene at the end and we can answer your question should that be necessary. But now I will call on Honorary President Todd Kiefer with the election results.
Thank you, Mr. President. First off, just want to congratulate all the award winners tonight. I know it's been a really challenging and special year, so good job to all of you, especially to Tom Addis. That Professional Development Award is really special that you get to receive that, and also we just want to thank you for all your leadership and mentoring you've given us through the years. So we're really proud of you and excited to have you bear the name of that award. And finally to Tony, well done. Way to navigate a really difficult year. You really made us proud with your engagement and your leadership too. So thank you so much. With that, I'd like to thank all of our fellow members for the strong voting tonight. I think roughly about a third of the membership voted in this election, which is up quite a bit. So our two newest vote getters, or two highest vote getters, and two newest board of members are going to be Kimberly Falcone of La Jolla Country Club and Tom Sun of Arrowwood Golf Course. Congratulations, everybody. We know you're going to serve our section well, and to the others that ran this year, we hope that you'll consider running again or serving on one of our section committees. We know it takes a lot to put your name forward and to put yourself out there, and we do appreciate that. It makes our section and our game that much better. So thank you for your involvement in this year's election. So at this time, I'd like to go ahead and swear in our new board members and those officers that are moving up to their new roles. I think we'll work to get everybody online here. Okay, Tony, I think this might be as good as we get. I see a few people on the screen. I'm assuming the office. Oh, there we go. Nice. If you all can raise your right hand. The good news is this year, you just have to say, I do at the end of this, okay? So As an officer, member, so I'm going to, this is the oath. As an officer or member of the Board of Directors of the Southern California section of the PGA of America, do affirm that you shall at all times adhere to and uphold the association's constitution, bylaws, rules, and regulations, and that you shall otherwise conduct your activities in a manner that shall be in keeping with your position on the Board of Directors and reflecting credit upon the association and its members. Will you please affirm this oath by saying, "I do" or "I will"?
I do.
I do.
Well, congratulations to you all. We wish you all the best of luck this year in your new role on the board.
Thank you, Todd.
At this, it's now, sorry, Tony. At this time, I'd like to officially turn the meeting over to our 40th president of the Southern California PGA section, Mr. Robin Shelton.
Thank you, Mr. Kiefer. It's both an honor and humbling at the same time to be in this position. You know, you think about getting involved in the section, you think about making a difference, and you sign up for a commitment, and it happens just like that. That 4 years later, I'm so ready to step into the president's role. I'm very excited about that. I'm honored to do it. I follow the footsteps of some incredible leaders. I've had the chance to work with John McNair, had the chance to be with Todd Kiefer, and most recently with Tony Latendra. And if you don't know Tony, you don't know him well, nobody bleeds the PGA blue and gold more than Tony. He is so committed to the organization, so committed to the industry, and I will say it, he bleeds the blue and gold more than anybody that I know. And Tony and I met a number of years ago through the PGA, but we became close by way of riding bikes. We talked about doing a bike ride together, and I was a runner more so at the time, and I asked Tony to do a run with me. And Tony's words were, "No chance," something to that effect. Fast forward through the story, this continued on for months where I said, "Hey, let's go on a run together, let's go running," and Tony always said no. Then we had the opportunity to run in a half marathon that was organized by or to benefit Folds of Honor, and to bring some publicity to the PGA and the Folds of Honor Foundation. And without skipping a beat, Tony said yes. So for the guy who never ran, didn't run, he was all in to do it without hesitating when he knew it was for the PGA of America or a cause that was important to PGA, being the Folds of Honor. So it's been a pleasure to work with you, a pleasure to know you. And on behalf of all of us, we'd like to give you this gift of appreciation, a gavel for all that you've done and contributed as president and as an officer of PGA. So thank you.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's been a hell of a year. I don't have time to thank everyone personally that's been part of this journey. But before I pass the gavel to someone that I've looked up to since I've known him, I'd like to publicly recognize a few individuals. First, my fellow board members, thank you. It's been an incredibly special and quite an honor serving with this dedicated group of individuals. They always have the section's members' best interests in mind when making decisions. We have open, honest, and respectful conversations. We may not always agree, but in the end, we collectively do what we feel is right for the 1,600 plus in our section. I have tremendous respect for you all. Thank you for your dedication during my term. To the SCPGA staff, thank you for all you've done for the members of our great section. As I said earlier, a token of my appreciation on behalf of all of us is waiting in your office, so please accept the gift. We're lucky to have such dedicated individuals working for the benefit of PGA members and associates in Southern California. It's because of you that other sections view Southern California PGA as the top section in the country. It's no joke. Tom, I'm extremely proud to call you dear friend, a trusted mentor, and a true confidant. I was told the best part about being president is the time with Tom. While the pandemic may have cheated me out of some of that time, I still got plenty of his signature tagline, "Well, you're the president." But seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your friendship, your guidance, and for not letting me mess this up. Now you can sign my 217 Horton Smith Award because I'd love mine to carry your namesake as well. A quick shout out to Mr. Larry Taylor and Colin Radchenko, our CEO and corporate general manager, and the entire team here at Dove Canyon. I thank you. I am proud to be part of this team, and I look forward to the future of our club. But more importantly, thank you for allowing me to serve the section and doing what I love to do and covering for me while I was away, especially you, Gabe. Lastly, and most importantly, my family, which I had no idea were going to walk into the room this evening, so I'm going to try to keep this dry. But Mignon, you and I would have been married had the pandemic not happened and affected our plans. But no matter, I love you, darling, and I could not have done this without your loving support the whole way. I look forward to spending our forever together. We have a beautiful blended family, and I'm so proud of our kids. A shout out to Cooper, Michaela, Bryce, and our lovely granddaughter, Skylar. I love you guys very much. So with that, I guess I have to say see you around the section. You can look for me at #honoraryprez, or I like this one better, SCPGA 39 on your socials, because I'm always going to be the 39th president of the section, and I'm so proud to have served you the last 2 years. Don't forget, #WeAreSoCalPGA. President Shelton, the meeting is yours, sir. I wish you all the best. I guess I can take that.
Well, Tony, you've done an incredible job. Thank you for what you've done, and great speech on the fly there with your family popping in all of a sudden. Also want to thank outgoing honorary president Todd Kiefer. Todd's been an incredible asset to the section and just so supportive of all of our section staff, our board members. Just an incredibly kind human being. Would also like to recognize some of our outgoing directors, Mr. Scott Heim, Mr. Joe Groman, Rob Oosterhuis, Michael Hoyek, and Ed Holmes for their service to our section over the last couple of years. Kim Falcone also served as our independent director, and she's been reelected, so we're excited for her. And with that, that will conclude our sectional annual meeting. So thank you for being here, thank you for being in attendance, and thank you for supporting our organization. So that will adjourn our meeting. We will also have an optional education session that will continue. There will be a 10-minute education session presented, one by EasyGo, and a second 10-minute session presented by Golf Genius. So there will be 20 minutes of education that will be available if you continue to be on, and that will get you 1 MSR credit. Again, those educations are brought to you by EasyGo and Golf Genius. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our section, and best wishes for a safe and happy holiday season.